Welcome back to our show once again. My name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwu, and help me welcome my friend.
Glorynezemma. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa.
All right.
Once again, it's a pleasure to have you as our viewer. All right, yes. So our topic today is teenage pregnancies in Africa. Teenage pregnancy in Africa is very common, and it's very heartbreaking sometimes when we hear the circumstances that have led to these teenagers being pregnant. So that's why my friend and I were here today. So once again, to give a little insight on things that we've known, we've seen, and we've heard, so that at least the victims will, get a little bit of emotional support, and then the perpetrators will be persecuted. All right, so my dear friend.
My dear.
Okay, it's a very touchy episode.
Yeah.
Because a lot of teenagers are suffering in Africa, and they are victimized two ways. They are victimized in their homes. The abuser victimizes them. And then the society victimizes them. So that's why my friend we're here today. So go ahead, my friend, with little that you know.
My dear, first of all, I will, as they say, charity begins at home. Lack of education, because sometimes our parents feel like when we have children, we leave them, they know it until it's late. Because over here, even in school, they talk about sex education to the children. And back home, we know, like, if I can remember, my mom told me, don't go close to boys because you will get pregnant. That means I didn't understand what she meant by that. I thought when you say by them, then you will get pregnant. So mothers, our job is not only to feed the children and buy them clothes. We need to talk to our children, especially the girls. Let them know the truth, everything you know that will cause them regret as time goes by. Anything that they will do that will cut their education or make them being victimized by both the society, the family members, and maybe some of them are the big sharks too that get them pregnant. So that being said, a lot have happened. We need to start training our children all around, not one area alone. And most of us, right now what we do, especially parents with money, before your child turns 12, you put your child in a boarding school. You are leaving your child with nothing. Your child don't know home training. Your child don't know how to clean their home. Your child don't even know how to take care of themselves when their period come out. Because people are competing. Oh, I put my child in such and such school. You throw your child there. That's the time you're supposed to be closer to your child. Teach your child about sex and the resultant effect, what will happen. So, my friend, you want to say anything? Go ahead, because I need to. It's just like it's about to keep on coming out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay. Let me help you out a little bit. Why it's coming out?
Go ahead.
All right. My dear people in Africa, I know when we talk about sexual issues, it's almost like taboo in Africa. And what we have understood is that the fact that we have left it as a taboo have made it very difficult for many of us to learn about pregnancies while you're a teenager, about sexual immorality, because nobody talks about it. So sometimes it's good to bring things to limelight, because when you shove it under the table, it causes more problem. So that's why my friend and I were bringing these things up. We can't leave it as a taboo, and people are suffering in silence. So we have to open up a little bit, teach them what we know. Because the problem with this, because people will be wondering, how come these women are talking about this? We keep quiet in Africa, and Westerners, people from outside, are coming to introduce sexual immorality to our own society because we're not saying anything. We feel like don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. But our children are lost in the system. So that's why we're bringing this up. We're Africans, where we hold morality at a very high esteem. So we shouldn't allow it to slip off our hand. We have to bring our children back, because our society is being destroyed by foreigners that are introducing sexual things into our society where they are not acceptable. So that's why we're bringing these things up. So mothers, just like my friend said, talk to your children about sex. Tell them that it's not all right to go out and sleep, if you're dating someone, to sleep with the person. And that's something that I just remembered, because I know we keep on saying mothers say this, fathers say this. The problem, even before we talk something, we say something about adultery. When you're doing something wrong that you're not supposed to do, let's say even the sugar daddies, you're going around sleeping with other people's children and everything, by then you don't have the audacity to talk to your children, because you're doing what you don't want them to do. So that's why it's very important for us to model good behaviors. Because once you do the right thing, then it's easier for you to address your children. So what we're saying is this. Our teenagers, especially the ones in school, because a lot of African schools, some of them are like boarding schools. You have all girls schools, you have all boys schools. They don't talk about sex. And then the young girls keep on going around getting pregnant, getting pregnant, but nobody talks about it. And then the ones in the village, people go around raping them, and everyone keeps quiet. And these young girls are suffering so much. So now that we've brought out, a little insight into the problem, what are the solutions? What are we supposed to do? So, my dear friend.
My dear, I still have to say one more problem.
Sure.
With that. Then the problem with teenage pregnancy is that those children are not matured yet to have babies. And my friend, according to what she said, they get victimized even 3 times. Not only that, you stop, if they're in school, you stop their career. Their life there is full stop, because now you put them into a position, some of them will have the children and give it for adoption because they don't want their parents to know. Some of them will even try to go and take that child out to avoid the shame. And they are doing that because they're still little children. They freak out. So most of them ruin their life forever by doing it in a way that, because they don't want the parent to know. Another child will take them and they just ruin their life and their futures. So if you are an adult, if you are a teacher, the male teacher, or any other sugar daddy, or even the younger ones, please know that when you do that and get these little kids pregnant or give them a sexually transmitted disease, you have ruined their life forever, because that will continue to ring bell. You give your child of adoption. Maybe your brother or your cousin will go and marry that child. You don't know how they're treating that child. That will ring bell in their ear forever and ever. And then they commit abortion. When they grow up, that will not depart from their brain. Then now you have the baby, it will take you time before you go back to school, because you're going to be there to nurse your baby. So these are the implications, and then that's why we have to think, that's why mothers have to advise their children on certain things before it happens. But in one way or the other, if it happens, embrace your child is still your child. You have unconditional love for your child, because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Now the child get pregnant and come home. So you still got to thank your child for not trying to commit abortion,
exactly,
or giving up that child up, or even killing herself. Some of them, because of shame, they might end up killing themselves. So what we are saying is that before you go and lay with a little girl that is not properly matured because they're grown, and you think they're matured, think about what you're doing to them. You stop their future. It's just like everything will stand still in their life. These are leaders of tomorrow. These are our inventors. So their life start, and you put them in a position. Remember, some of these men have their own wife. And you do that, you go to school, you pick a child, you give them a little nickel and dime. You need to think about this. and stop doing that because you're ruining a lot of children's life. They go ahead, my friend.
Okay, it's fine.
Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
It's okay. I mean, when
you
said they they go to the school and pick them up, what came to my mind is almost like a modernized prostitution. So we have modernized prostitution in Africa. All right. So while my friend was talking, I was thinking of a solution. I'm like, okay, what do we do? Number first advice that I would give is this: we have churches all over the place. We have mosques all over the place in Africa.
Home of worship.
Exactly. So why don't we start workshops in these churches, in this mosque, and then teach people about sexual morality? Because, I mean, it's fine when people go around in terms of during marriage. That's what sex is meant for. But it looks like we've lost it in our society, like we said. We allow people to come out from the Western world and introduce so many things. Why don't we start guarding our own again? Start this little workshop. Teach the young ones, because many of them go astray because they don't know. So this is not what they want to do. And then all of a sudden, somebody takes them. Many of them are raped. Especially, I mean, I don't need, exactly, yes. There's some countries in Africa. Take, for example, Kenya, where young girls are raped before they get married. And they call it a custom. So, my advice is this. Most of us have become educated in Africa. So the ones that know the truth, why don't you go back to your villages? Start small workshops. Teach these young women that it's all right to go out with somebody, but it doesn't mean that you have to sleep with them. Going out means you can go, I mean, like the young ones can go out to restaurants and everything, but wait until you get married to have sex. And then teach them, because let me give you this example. I strongly believe that if you have 10 teenagers that are going to go astray, when you talk to them, you will be able to rescue at least 5 of them. But if you keep quiet, nobody says anything, 10 of them will go astray. So let's start in our local churches, local mosques, local communities, and then help these children. I know a lot of people, women in Africa, some of them are like into prostitution and everything. But the ones that hold morality at a high esteem, why don't you people come out and rescue some of these girls? Because many of them do not want to go into that lifestyle, but because nobody told them, how can they know? And that's why many of them have gone into that lifestyle. And it's destroying their potential, just like my friend said. We have so much to do in Africa. And once again, I told you, African women, they're very intelligent. That's right. But if we allow their lives to be destroyed like that, sexually, the older men are abusing them sexually, the younger ones are exploiting them, the madams in prostitution houses are abusing them and taking them away. So that means we're losing our young women. And these are intelligent young women in Africa. So why don't we come out, please, and help to rescue them? People that can speak up, speak up. People that can do workshops, and rescue these ladies. Because once they're rescued, I'm telling you, if women start standing up in Africa for the truth and for everything that we believe in, watch me. Africa is going to be great. Because we have great women in Africa. So let's not waste our human resources, because that's what we're doing, destroying them sexually. And many of them are dying from sexually transmitted disease, like my friend said. So let's teach them. Share the knowledge that you have. Share your own life story. It will help somebody else. So that's what I wanted to say. Go ahead, my friend. My
friend, I really don't want to put you back. I know that we're talking for solution now, but that should be part of solution too. Parents, please, stop the cover-up. When your child is coming and say somebody raped them, or mention the name of anybody, do not cover that child. Some parents can go out to the extent of doing the abortion on their children because of the who is who. Get your child pregnant. You don't want to disgrace them. It's not a disgrace. Do it for your child. Do it for somebody else's child. Because if you don't say anything, that same man will go and get 3 or 4 other people pregnant. Exactly. And the government have to get involved. When you hear the word rape, We need to take it serious. We all need to take it serious, because if that person is a rapist in suit, rape one person sitting in the office in a high places, nobody want to talk about him. He is a sick man, and he is going around raping little children, getting them pregnant, throw them out with a couple of naira or a couple of whatever your currency is. We need to start bringing these men to the open, to the public. Do not cover them, whether they're bishop, whether they're no matter a man, whatever they are in the church. If they do it to your child and you cover them, you are giving them the license to do it to 10 or 100 more little children. We need to work together to stop a rapist from abusing our child, from taking advantage of our child. Please, we need to do that. Stop telling your child to hush. Stop, what did you do? Why were you there? Don't question your child. Even if your child is sitting right there naked, he's supposed to give that child clothes to wear. Exactly. Or call the parent and say, why is your child doing that? Do not blame your child and ask, why should you be there? Who took you there? When he called you, why did you go in his room? That's not how to help your child. And that made some of these girls, they do not talk. They do not speak up. And when they die, you start crying. Please, let's stop the spread of these teenage pregnancies, because it can be stopped. That's my own take on that. It could be stopped if you come in, if you help, if you hear. Don't worry about what the church will say. Don't worry about what the bishop or your church affiliates, anybody will say, because somebody did it to your child. Don't question your child why your child is there. That's the point. And that made the children, they close their mouth, and by the time they open their mouth, it's very, very late. And then you gave that man the license, like I said before, to continue doing it. We need to stop them, because they know what they're doing. Majority of them have wives at home. Majority of them have wives in the same church or whatever you're going to, that you introduce your child to them. So let's stop them, because they're sick. They're not doing it because they are very, very sick and they need our help.
Thank you so much, my friend. You know, while you were talking, what I just remembered is this. Once again, I mean, Africa is so big. It's a continent.
Yeah.
With people from different tribes and different tongues. So, and the good thing is that many of us, once again, you know, have become a little bit educated, a little bit civilized. And then we have the telephone, we have the, you know, the TV to watch. But there's so many people in the villages that do not have access to these things. So what we're saying, we're using this medium to, you know, encourage ones that have become educated, that have come to the Western world, or that have traveled all over the place and see a little bit of light. Take that light to your village. Like, I mean, a few minutes ago I mentioned Kenya. We had stories of, you know, young girls that are being, the hyena. Men in the village that go into the villages and rape young women. And they rape them, and they say they're doing it in preparation for their marriage.
And it's with permission of the parents,
exactly.
Because it's their culture.
So
that's an Ikeyi culture. I'm sorry to call you. And they need to stop.
Exactly.
Other African countries need to look into it and know that we need to stop that. They need to stop it.
Exactly. And why am I bringing this up is this. If you grew up in that village and these things are happening, and maybe you escaped it, even if you were a victim, and then now you live in the city, or you live abroad, you live in London, you live somewhere. Don't close your eyes and close your ears. Because as much as you have escaped, you know that there's so many other girls in your village that is going through that.
That's right.
Why don't you start something? Even if you need to call us. Call us. We can even connect you to people from your own, if you're from Kenya, we can connect you to other women that are from Kenya, or other men that are from Kenya, that can speak up. So don't run away, because God, you created you in that village. You were born in that village for a purpose. So if you have escaped such, you know, acts, and then now you are in a modernized area, you are living comfortably, help other ones, because that's the reason that God made you.
That's right.
Made it possible for you to be born in that village. Maybe you're the one that's supposed to rescue the other girls. So don't just keep quiet. Start something. Peacefully, we can make changes. Because, I mean, even when the missionaries came to Africa, many of them, when they came in, there were so many things that we were doing that were wrong.
Twins.
I remember where we come from, they used to kill twins. But the missionaries came, and little by little, they were able to change that culture. And now the twins are not being killed in that part of Africa. So if we can start this with the teenage girls, we can rescue a lot of them in the villages. We can change that lifestyle of the men that are going around to rape these women. So that's why we're bringing these things up. And then the rich ones in Africa. We talked about the ones in the village. But the rich ones are raping the younger ones more than even the ones in the village. So please, just because you have money, don't destroy other people's children. Because I know many of you have daughters. You don't want people to destroy your child. Or, I mean, your daughter the same way that you're destroying other people's children. Don't forget that what goes around comes around. So whatever you do will fall back on your family. So please stay with your wives. Leave the teenagers alone so that you won't destroy their future. So that's what I wanted to say. Go ahead, my friend, if you have more.
At the same time, I know the teenagers, please, before you get in front of somebody's car or at the back of the car, ask yourself where you're going and what is at the back of your mind. You understand? Because when you get there, they're not just going to give you the money for your school fees or to wear the latest clothes. Because if you stay in school, graduate, get your own job, you will be able to do anything you can do. Whatever they're giving you now, if they sleep with you and something happened, it will cut off everything you planned that you will do when you grow up.
That's true.
When it comes to money, money will come. You got to know that it's a process. You got to finish school. You got to do what you have to do. And get your degrees. You will get a job and you will be able to buy yourself anything, even be richer than that person you're looking at. Please, take it easy. Slow down. Don't be on a fast pace. Don't do it because you think somebody else is doing it. Because you know that somebody else. Alright? When somebody comes to pick you up, just leave them alone. Alright? So, and then again, don't wait so long to tell your parents. No matter what they want to say, tell them. Alright? Okay, so
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know, most of the time poverty leads to some of these behaviors in terms of the teenagers. But once again, our teenagers, the ones that are watching us, Africa, we have hope. Things will get better. So just sit tight and things will get better in Africa if we all come together. Alright, so continue to watch our show at our Sweet Home Africa, where we bring some of the problems that we're facing in Africa and then offer simple advice that we think might help.
Right.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching us in our Sweet Home Africa.
That's true.
Alright.
Alright, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Forward it to friends and well wishers. Anybody in your contact, just forward it to them. We want to create a better Africa.
Thank you.
We can't do it without you.
That's true.
You are so important, whether you're from Africa or not.
You're a friend of Africa.
Yes.
Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.